New phenomenon pissing me off. I'm not going to take it anymore, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Why the hell? I don't know if you can hear this. Why the hell are iced drinks 50 cents more expensive? And don't give me, because the answer is demand. The answer is because they can get away with it. But you're going to say, oh, it costs money to make ice? Yeah, but the ice takes up volume, which means you're putting less drink in there. So you're actually getting less of the drink, which saves the money. You're paying for cold water. Cooling costs more? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because the freezer's cold anyway, man. I understand the idea that, like, the more shit's in your freezer that's not as cold as the freezer, the colder the freezer has to, well, the more energy has to be expended to cool it down to the temperature of the freezer. But I'm here to tell you that if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. That shit is not real. It's making ice anyway. It's already making ice. Where's Clover Pit? Where the fuck is Clover Pit? Where the fuck is Clover Pit? It's out! I might be the third person to purchase this game. Here we go. Oh, I'm like 10th now because I had to enter my PIN to exit family view so my kid doesn't get addicted to slot machines. I had to tech the CVV request, the 3 funky digits on the back of the credit card. Guys, I got to tell you something. The Canada Post strike pissing me off, and not because they're on strike. It's pissing me off because the government is sending out press releases that are saying shit like the company's losing $400 million a year. Yeah, bro, you're sending matter across like one of the widest countries on the planet, and it costs $1. I'm sorry, you have to raise the price of stamps a little bit and then treat it as a public service. I don't think it should be treated as a company. I think it should be treated as a public service, like a hospital, but they do have to raise the price of stamps. They still have to do door-to-door delivery, okay? A, it's awesome to have it. B, there's a lot of elderly people out there and people who they have mobility issues. They can't, walk themselves down to the community mailbox and go get it. That being said, so that's my anti-government bit, but they have to raise the price of stamps, man. We got to meet him. I don't think we have to meet him in the middle, but we got to meet him like 20% of the way there. It's $1. It costs $1 to send a piece of matter from Victoria, BC to like St. John's, Newfoundland, man. We gotta raise the price of the stamp just a little bit. But we gotta meet them 20% in the middle, because otherwise, you know what they're gonna do? Instead of spending $10 million a day funding Canada Post, they're gonna spend $10 million a day paying like Amazon drivers to also deliver your mail, because they get paid like $3 an hour instead of $23 an hour or something like that. And even though it's going to cost the same amount of money and the service is going to get worse for some reason, we're going to hail that as if like, well, hey, somebody had to turn the company around. Pissing me off. I know what website I'm on. Shut the fuck up. Nobody said it. You were thinking it. I don't know what to say. I love the mail. And you know what the broader thing that I want to say is like, how come shit keeps getting worse? How come our great grandparents had doctors doing house calls, and the mail could be driven to their house by a horse, even though they lived in the middle of nowhere? And now we have like maglev trains, and we could put people on the moon, but it's not possible for us to keep delivering pieces of paper to people's mailbox. I don't show me the numbers. Just speak to my soul. This doesn't make sense. If the world keeps coming up with scientific innovations, you should still be able to provide not only the stuff that our great grandparents got, but also above and beyond that. You should be able to keep going a little bit beyond that. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. When I was a mailman, 90% of what I delivered is advertising. Yeah. But some of those ads kind of hit. Like we got the Amazon Christmas collection, where they tell you like, here's a catalog full of toys. We're going through, we're circling them, and then we're going to buy them at the store. No disrespect, Andy Jassy, if you're watching. We did not order a catalog, but thank you so much for giving us something to put on our coffee table. How big's the iced coffee? The bakery was really good, so the iced coffee is really small. I don't even want to fuck with you. Like, I've been so hungry. I know you're probably sick of me saying it. I've been so hungry this week. I think part of it is obviously riding the bike, but another part of it is like Getting over illness. So my body is like, maybe I lost like 2 pounds last week from having a low appetite. So it's like, hey, we want to gain that back. So it's giving me a little extra, a tailwind towards eating. At the bakery this morning, I spent $31. When I saw the bill, I was like, what's wrong with me? This can't continue. I got a scone for myself. I got a scone for my wife. I got a sandwich to eat for lunch. I got an iced coffee, and I got a baguette. And then I ate half the baguette right after I finished my scone because I was so hungry. Half? Yeah, it's a staple, man. Bread's a staple. I've read the librarian. I was thinking about it. I really hope this isn't like foreshadowing and like I die in my sleep, and then people are like, all week he was just talking about how hungry he was. Yeah, that's super weird. Oh, honestly, looking back on the VODs this week, you can see the signs. He was saying stuff like, I'm hungrier than I've ever been in my entire life. You think about dying a lot? Yeah, bro. It's the fate that awaits us all and erases us for infinity. Like, you're really more stressed out about like a final exam than you are about dying. That shit is irrational, bro. You just study. Just study for the exam. And even if you fail it, whatever, do it next year. Big fucking whoop. When you die, it's over. Good luck, buddy. Dying is inevitable. What's the fear? Well, you know, when you're on a roller coaster, that bitch is on a track. That doesn't mean your stomach's not going to fall out when the shit goes over Tiana's bayou. You ever get existential dread from realizing everything you are as a person exists in your soft brain? Yeah, no, it is weird. I'm not a hallucinogen head, but like, The self is it. What is the self, man? The self is just having a reasonable prediction about what your emotions or behaviors or words would be like when presented with a stimulus, because you have a long track record of responding in a certain way. I think that's the self, man. The self is having a 90% chance to guess how you would feel or respond to something that happens in your environment because of how you've responded in the past. That's about it. Enough of this. We should play Mega Bonk. Choose 3. We should walk through the. You go. Let me walk over there. I want to get move speed up. Let me get move speed up. This is crazy. Hey, what do you think's better? Fuck, marry, kill. Croissant, scone, or pain au chocolat? Actually, that could go hard. But pain au chocolat is just like a croissant, really. Wait. Here's one. My girlfriend wanted coffee before work, so I ordered her some while I was at class. But she's asleep and it's still outside. Is this my fault? Not your fault. I'll say it. I'll go ahead and say it. Women mog men at most things. I'm not going to get specific. Men are in a class of their own when it comes to waking up early. I'm sorry. I mean, obviously I'm biased. I'm talking from my own experience. Between me and my wife, if we were having a wake up early competition, I mean, I'm going, it's a sweep. It's a 4-0 sweep. I'm winning the 2 games at home and I'm winning the 2 games away. It's not even close. Kate's the only woman in your house. I literally have a daughter, okay? I have to wake my daughter up most mornings too. And the mornings that I don't have to wake her up, it's not because she wakes up before me. It's because I'm on the bike and she wakes up too early. This is one of the things that applies to you and is opposite in most circumstances. I don't know, man. So, I mean, listen, I don't have a sample size of 1 million, okay? But apologies for using the F word. I had a female roommate for 3 years in college. Not an ex-girlfriend, literally just a friend who lived with us, and she was sleepy as fuck. She slept all the time. As a woman +2, but I'm narcoleptic, I'll take that. Add that to the sample size. 33-year-old married woman, I wake up at 4:30 every day. Listen, stop being a pick-me. You're being a pick-me now. But if you're going to be a pick-me, at least be a pick-me for the streamer. Be like, it's true, I'm a woman and I'm very sleepy. Be that kind of pick-me. Don't be the kind of pick-me that's like, you're wrong because of my experience. That's not fair. Unofficial NL vods. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Or is it gifted subscriptions, or is this now a sponsored segment because I just shouted out your Twitch channel? I don't know. Are you the person my editor is crashing out on? Once a week, they send me a message that's like, we got to find this person reposting your shorts on TikTok and get them. I don't think it's you. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. That's my goat. Okay, librarian vouched, and also the gifted subscriptions are a great vouch. Thank you. Thank you. The one with the filters? No, not the one with the filters. There's one that's like, I don't know, that's like free booted or something. Bald streamer clips, aren't they the ones that make me look like a juggalo every time? That's transformative. I got no problem with the free booted ones either. I always assume that it's like somebody just trying to like buy food. I'm not gonna issue a takedown request. There's like some 19-year-old kid in another part of the world just trying to scrounge up enough money to get like a loaf of bread or something like that. There's no need for that. That doesn't really bother me. I didn't say a country, I said another part of the world. I would like to not import my game data from the demo version. I would like to instead start from zero, the way the game is intended to be played by a new player. You had the drawer from the demo? Yeah, why would I want to unlock easy mode? I would rather play the game the way the people who made the game think the game should be played. You don't go, this is literally a 3 Michelin starred meal, and you're saying like, can I get honey mustard on that? No, bro, it's foam. There's nothing to go on. There's no substrate. Just eat the foam. Hit up the McDonald's drive-thru after you leave. Guys, this is like my Christmas. September 26th, my Christmas, y'all. Clover Pit is now out, is now available. It is a demonic slot... I was going to say slot shot. That's not what I think in my head I was going to say backshot roulette. It's a backshot roulette-inspired demonic slot machine roguelike. I'm very excited to play. It's out officially today. We'll probably have to go through the tutorial. I should let you know, by the way, I did not import my save from the demo. You are able to import your save from the demo, but I'm not importing my save from the demo, and the reason is I don't want the demo to compromise my enjoyment of the full game. I want to start from zero again. It's like literally saying if you had half a sandwich and then you went to a sandwich shop, they're like, well, we can just give you half a sandwich if you want. No, man, I want the full sandwich. The first 8 bites of the sandwich were so good, I want to run them back. Run them back again. First spin, 10% chance. Ricky, nice to see you, by the way. Nice to see you. I've been waiting for this. It might be my most anticipated roguelike of the year. No disrespect, Hades 2, which it's not my scene, but I'm happy that people are having fun with it. I'm not beefing with Hades 2. Look at these cherries, man. Don't you get something for using the toilet? Get it twisted, brother. Everything in life is ephemeral. We'll just go poop when the urge strikes us. I picked this game in my fantasy league. Am I cooked? No shot. Well, can I ask you, because I know there are indie game fantasy leagues, is it based on Metacritic scores or like Steam reviews? Because there's no way you could, you're not basing it on Steam sales. It's based on Metacritic scores? OpenCritic, okay, OpenCritic. This one's tough for me, okay? Where do I like it? I loved the demo. I thought it was fantastic. And I'm quoted on the Steam page. They did not ask my permission to put the quote on the Steam page, I think. I apologize if that's not true. But wait till the next thing I'm going to say, which is I think it's based that I didn't ask them to play their game and monetize it. And then I said that their game's demo was better than 99% of full games I've ever played, which I think is true. And they didn't ask me to monetize my quote. I think that, as far as I'm concerned, that's the golden rule. That's the golden rule. We're both, that's business right there. I'm not mad about it. But I meant what I said. The demo was better than 99% of games I've ever played, man. Are demos better than full games? Rarely. Are great games that have demos better than 40-hour games that are mediocre? Yeah, obviously. To me, this is like a Blueprints, at least from how much I enjoyed the demo. Which is to say, Blueprints obviously has like a, I don't even know, like a 95 or something on OpenCritic, I'm guessing. But I could just as easily see the critics being like, I don't really understand what's happening with this one. And maybe it ends up in the low 80s or something like that. But I think you're in a good spot. I think you're in a good spot if you drafted this, especially because I bet you didn't even have to take it like in the first couple of rounds, right? I don't even know, you might have picked it up on the waiver wire. It might have been undrafted. What is there not to understand? Well, listen, there's a lot of outlets out there whose writing I really enjoy. But then there's a lot of outlets out there that I basically consider the vast majority of their utility for the average person in their reader base is a Christmas buyer's guide / help me win internet arguments by serving as a yardstick for which AAA game is better than which other AAA game. Oh, the new Assassin's Creed got an 8.2 from this website, but the new Far Cry got an 8.6. Ergo, Far Cry is 0.4 better than Assassin's Creed. I win the argument, right? So like that's kind of it depends on who you're reading, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Men will pay for the ticket and then not go on the ride. That's 100% true. You're speaking to me right there. Oh my God! It triggered the last pattern twice, which triggered diamonds twice. Holy cow! Scripted? They're probably giving me a good run. I do think that they made the game come out exactly when my stream started. I think the reason that it wasn't out at 9 a.m. is they were like, this guy hasn't started his stream. I do think I'm probably gonna die in a mental hospital as well. I think this is the kind of thing that a person would say after they went insane. And they start talking about how they're being like gang stalked. But it is interesting that the game did not come out at 9. It came out at like 9:03, right after I went live. Right after I made my title Clover Pit Waiting Room. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying! Why do people type Northernlion harem? Because they all want to be scath eyes, man. It's like, I need VIP Daniel for this one. It's like that Canadian band that said, everybody wants to be like you. Is that the Moffats? When the get strong, they got no strong, and then I get back on, but they got my dumb, everybody wants to be like you. It's not the Bare Naked Ladies, it's not Simple Plan. It's not Snow. Wait, it is Snow! I was thinking you were wrong, but you're right, it is Snow. Snow does Everybody Wants to Be Like You. You're absolutely right. Aren't the Moffats that lady who sat on her toffet? Yeah. I mean, I'll eat my curds, but you can keep the damn whey. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Kurt Cobain was right. There is something in the whey. It's protein, buddy, from Optimum Nutrition. Guys, this is the greatest day of my life. Actually, I can't say that because I already said that yesterday. When Kyler Murray, who I recently traded for, had 0.2 points at the half, and Marvin Harrison Jr. was like 1 for 8 with 5 yards at the half, I was crashing out. I put them both on the trade block, said this is the worst day of my life. And then he threw a touchdown pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. and I said, I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but this is the greatest day of my life. I wouldn't say he popped off. He caught like one pass that happened to be a touchdown, but it meant that they didn't underperform. They performed exactly to their projections, which was like extremely bullish after the horrific start that they had. Then they lost anyway. Yeah, but what do I care, bro? I'm playing fantasy football. I'm not on the Cardinals. They could lose the rest of their games for the rest of the season for all I care. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Even if we get a 666 here, I feel pretty confident we're in the clear. They changed it so you can't win. They literally balanced the game around me. And you guys are saying I'm not being gang stalked. It's crazy to me. Use your eyes. Be objective, okay? Do your own research. Well, I think this might be the highest score I've ever gotten in Clover Pit, man. And it's the first run of the full release of the game. This is like when I got Brimstone on my first ever The Binding of Isaac Rebirth run. You know what I was thinking? I don't think I'm going to do it, but you know what I was thinking is it would be a fun stream? And you're going to say Germabit, but that's okay, because there can be a Deep Impact and there can also be an Armageddon, okay? What about a stream and the title is just, it's 2015. That's the title. Quote, it's 2015.
I lived with a guy for a while who was not a sex offender, but was about like culinarily.
What the hell are you doing? It's not 2015 anymore. It's 2025. You've got to wake up. What? Ah! And I go live playing Rebirth, but with chat closed. So I'm streaming, but then the whole time I just treat it like it's a work day playing The Binding of Isaac. Like I'm not talking to chat. I'm just coming up with shit off the top of my head, old voice. And then like after I finish an episode, I like get up from my chair and you hear me like go piss. And then maybe like I sit down in my chair and like pick my nose or like look at my phone a little bit. And then I go like, Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays The Binding of Isaac. We had a really good run on the last episode. But then like I would say after like 4 hours of that, just playing it like that, Like I splice in like an edited video of like me walking behind myself and going like, what the hell are you doing? It's not 2015 anymore. It's 2025. You've got to wake up. And then I go like, what? Ah! And I scream so loud that we make it look like it broke your monitor. Like after 4 hours of watching like Isaac Let's Plays, we put a filter on the video that makes it look like your monitor fucking shattered from my scream. Oscar bait. Unk's trying to win a Shorty Award. How sick would it be if he pulled out a gun and shot the camera? That's what I'm saying. Librarian, the bit would go crazy. The bit would go crazy if 4.5 hours into a stream that people thought was real but was actually pre-recorded, if I pulled out a gun and shot the camera, and at that instant it changed the video to like broken glass, they would be like, people would freak out. Like some people out there watching would probably die. They would probably have a heart attack. And that's how you know the art is good. We're still on the 2015 bit? The stream would go crazy, man! The lottery arc extends. I haven't brought it up because, you know, gamblers don't like to talk about their losses. I did not win the lottery on Tuesday or Wednesday. Actually, I think I might have won a free play. Never mind. Get it twisted. Keep gambling. I did see the article that was like, someone in BC won the $31 million Lotto Max. It was a ticket purchased online, and I was like, holy fuck, this is it. This is it. And then I opened up the app, and it was like a little present popped out, and I clicked on it, and it was like, you won a free play. And I was like, man, fuck you. How many people could be buying tickets online in British Columbia? Is this sort your salad of the year? So I don't consider sorting your salad to be an insult to games. If anything, games where you craft are like uniformly way worse than games where you like sort your salad. That being said, if you're using salad sorting as an insult, for the love of God, I hope you're also including Mega Bonk as a sort your salad game. Because in that game, you don't even sort your salad. You just pick what you want. It's literally, that game is like being at the end of the line in Chipotle. They're like, what do you want in your burrito bowl? And you're like, oh, choose from 3 rices. I guess I'll take brown rice. Oh, choose from 3 meats. I guess I'll take carne asada. Choose from 3 salsas. I guess I'll take a mango habanero salsa. But for some reason they act like it's like playing Mega Bonk has merit. Like it makes you enlightened to be playing Mega Bonk or something like that. But if you play anything else, they're like, oh, this is slop. It's the sloppiest slop that's ever slopped, man. There's nothing wrong with that, but like, let's be honest. GG, you're a fool of a took. Get ready. Get ready for this. You don't know Clover Pit like I know Clover Pit. My name's on the store page. Is it? It was this morning, at least. The hell is that? You gonna tell him to remove it? No, I think it's chill, free advertising. Oh, $500,000, we go again. Oh, a jackpot of diamonds would be so fucking crazy, dude. What's happening? Oh, 2.5 million! Oh! And then we get +7 luck on the final spin. Oh my god, we just unlocked like 1 billion things, man! I got like 8 achievements on 1 spin! That's crazy. And we still mog you. We still mog you verily. Oh fuck, that's funny.
Let's go.
Okay, that one -0 isn't as bad. How's your impression of Chibley's impression of Trump doing? I actually, so I haven't done it in a bit, because I'm a Tylenol stockholder, but Chibley's new Trump character, I think, is really good. He's gone from depressed Trump to rock and roll Trump, and I really think rocker Trump, there's just something about it.
Northernlion. Ryan, this is the new one. Chibley, rock on, Chibley. He likes punk rock. Chibley, Chibley, keep rocking in the free world, Chibley. He's given up. Chibley, I'm out of office, Chibley, rock on. He's out of office and he's about rocking on now. Chibley, rock on, Chibley. I like it. I like it a lot. Ghibli. Ghibli, Ghibli. I'm on the roof. Ghibli, Ghibli. Oh my God, 2 more American flags. Ghibli, Ghibli. Ghibli, I'm gonna do it, Ghibli. Keep rocking in the free world, Ghibli. Ghibli. Do it, Ghibli. 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 Peace and love. Peace and love. Ghibli.
There's something about when he puts on the voice and goes, Ghibli, rock on Ghibli, rock and roll Ghibli, Ghibli, keep on rocking Ghibli. And every time he does it, I go, Rocker Trump, it's Rocker Trump. I think it's a good bit, man. Like in another world where instead of like being into all the stuff he's into, which I could be referring to a lot of stuff, I think. But in my head, I'm referring to a couple of things specifically. Like being really good at business. Instead of being into that, he's like really into classic rock. He's saying some stuff like Steely Dan was another one. Someone in his chat came up with Steely Dan. I thought that one was pretty good. Chibli, I don't want to do the dirty Dems work anymore, Chibli. Rock on, Chibli. Rock on. They got a name for the winners in the world, Chibli. They call them me. I don't need a name when I lose, Chibli, because I'm going to keep on rocking in the free world. Do, Chibli. Gambler Trump. I don't think it's... Rocker Trump is so good. Rocker Trump is hard to beat, man. Please, new bit? Come on, listen. Rocker Trump is... I get it might remind you of current events for some reason, but like... Rocker Trump is really funny. And it's Chibli's bit, so don't be mad at me. I was loving when Chibli played Firefighter Simulator and he got the random guy on VoIP. And the guy was like completely normal. And Chibli was being weird because he was pretending to be Australian. I love this part of the stream where I reenact the Chibli bits from his own stream, if in case you weren't watching it. But then he's talking to the dude and he's like, yeah, like the Kiwis always pretend to be inventing stuff that Australians actually invented. And then the dude went, we have the same thing here with the Native Americans. And then like didn't elaborate on it at all. And I was like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about?
This guy's locked. Yeah, we got this, bro. We're locked in. Did you like my driving? Was it good?
Oh, that was good. It was a little laggy. I don't know if are you in the UK or something?
Australia.
Australia. Jesus, I got that accent a couple continents off, you know?
Nah, it's fine.
Let's take a look at you.
I'm gonna say the one thing I know about Australians is don't accidentally call them New Zealanders, you know? Don't call them Kiwis.
Yeah, we
It's the same for Kiwis. Don't call them Australians. They don't love that. They don't love that.
And Kiwis always, they try to say that they invented stuff we invented, like pavlova, which is like a dessert. The Kiwis love to say that was theirs, bro. No,
Yeah.
it's ours, man.
Hey man, we have that thing too. Okay, we have it with our Native Americans. You guys don't have that with Aboriginals? They're like, oh, we invented that. Vegemite's ours.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a grease fire.
Oh,
Found the grease fire. So there's always a fire extinguisher hanging out here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Scary.
Got it.
Just talk to
You know, grease isn't scary, man. You just gotta know how to deal with it. No water, baking soda, or a fire blanket to smother it. Fire blanket's the best because it doesn't create a mess in your house. But the problem with the fire blanket is if you're stupid and you pull it off too early, the fire blanket will now have flammable gases.
Well done.
Oh.
Keep it up.
But yeah, I even carry a fire blanket in my car too. Oh shit, I gotta go get my soda.
Can you ask him? No. I think we should keep it to just fires. I think this is just a strictly fire conversation. Is probably what we should have. Wait, are you a firefighter in real life?
No.
Are you just locked in for video games?
No, I like the game. It's fun. I appreciate it for what it is.
I have no idea what he was intimating at all. Which way does he mean? I think he was trying to say that Native Americans are trying to pretend to have invented stuff that, like, Americans actually invented, like descendants of the Pilgrims. I have no idea what he was trying to say. I think it's the other way because I believe in people. I think if you go watch the clip, I don't think I took him out of context. If I did, I apologize. And then the rest of the time, he was just exhaustively going, like, just teaching Chiblee how to play the firefighting game, which was hilarious. And he was not letting Chiblee talk at all. But he was otherwise, like, relatively normal until he slipped in that incredibly strange bit about, unless I misheard him, the Native Americans pretending to have invented stuff that white people may have invented. But we're going to need to see a clip. I think he might have been a real firefighter too. Like the way he was, oh, you're right, I want to skip. Fuck. The way he was explaining the game to Chiblee, he said he was like a fire enthusiast at the very least. Possibly an arsonist. But he seemed like, except for that one comment, he seemed pretty chill if you're not going to be mad at me for saying it. The rest of the time, he seemed like a pretty nice guy. What the heck was that? It crashed and then Chib refunded the game. That is so good. Oh, shit. I forgot about Pussy Hulk. Thanks for bringing Pussy Hulk back. Please don't bring Pussy Hulk back. Chiblee! Don't bring back Pussy Hulk, bring back Rocker Trump! Rock and roll, America! Rock and roll! Yeah, dude! What happened to your Trump? That's not Trump, that's Rocker Trump, man. JJ Redick spends an hour and a half each day talking to ChatGPT to expand his knowledge. Any thoughts? I thought he was busy. I thought he was a busy guy. I thought he was busy like going on podcasts and stuff and pretending to coach the Lakers when we all know LeBron runs the show. He says it used to be Wikipedia. It's crazy to think like 90 minutes a day on Wikipedia would kind of save you. JJ knows ball. What if you find out that he's asking like, how do I beat the Thunder? JJ Redick every day going to ChatGPT. Suppose you were the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. What moves would you make and what strategies would you employ to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder? So I'm pretending to be the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Is this correct? Imagine, man. Play LeBron for 48 minutes. Please tell me I'm not. Oh, 0 rounds left. Wait, there's hope? Not enough coins! Let me go! I can buy the thing that gives me 30%! I can buy the thing that gives me a 30% immediate briefcase! Briefcase me! Briefcase! Oh! I've been dropped through the floor. Alright, that was a really good first run, though. You ever gonna roll ×3 for the extra tickets? I don't know. You ever gonna phrase it in like a respectful way instead of like a way that presupposes that I'm stupid for not metaing all the fun out of the game 87 minutes after it's been released globally? Like, this is a takes one to know one type situation, I think. I'm sorry. That's too late. Damage is done, y'all. Chat, anyone else shower with their AirPods in? No, man, that's... The only way to get young people to stop doing stuff that's bad for them is to tell them that old people do it. So I'm gonna say that that's 52-year-old sports gambler dad coded. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that shit. That's crazy. That's insane. That's something old men who disagree with you politically do, man. You gotta stop doing that. Guys, our symbols are not worth anything. You know what we need to do? We need to pick a symbol now. The next step is we pick a symbol. A simple thimble would cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. You ever read Oh Say Can You Say by Dr. Seuss, man? Nah? It's one of the better Dr. Seuss ones, in my opinion. Hop on Pop is peak. Hop on Pop is actually one of the worst. The dude had no flow. Green Eggs and Ham, he's got a little flow. Hop on Pop, he was still working on his flow. Oh, the places you'll go hits different when you're 40. I'm sorry, I can't be that guy. I can't be the guy who's like, wow, reading a children's book at middle-aged, you actually get it. Because I don't know if it's just that I'm too cynical now, or maybe I just already clocked that when I was like, 4 years old when I was reading it before. But like, people say that about Oh, the places you'll go, but it's really like, I get that the spirit of the book is like, you can do anything you want, but the actual machinations of the pages are like, You could invent a machine that builds a dozen donuts. You could invent an airplane that does a dozen cronuts. Like, every single thing is just made up in it. Like, the more things that you read, the more places the more things that you know, the more things that you know, the more places you'll go. And I'm like, this dude is not as trenchant an observation as Unc thought it was. Let's put it that way. My chili! That's some shit Bandit would be saying if... Well, I don't really want to go there. You guys watch Bluey? The mom's name is Chili in Bluey. The mom's name is Chili. It's kind of crazy that like their dogs and their last name is Healer. Are they doctors? I hope not, because the dad be skipping work to play some bullshit improv with his kids like once a week. I hope he's not like a trauma surgeon at the fucking Sydney General Hospital or something like that. I mean, he has a big house in Australia, so he's probably either like a businessman or an app developer. Let's be serious. His dad's an archaeologist? Or the dad's an archaeologist? That actually makes me feel a lot better about the show. And the reason is, archaeologist has got to be one of the easiest jobs to justify taking time off work. Like, that shit's been in the ground for like at least hundreds of thousands of years, man. Because it's gonna be there tomorrow too, like big whoop. That's true, and the longer you wait, the more impressive your find is. You'll be like, damn, this shit is like 10,000 years and 4 days old. In high school, I thought I'd be an archaeologist. I don't even mean this like disrespectfully, but like the school systems are letting people down when they're letting people say that they want to be like an archaeologist or a paleontologist when they grow up. It's not that you can't be that, but the number of people who want to be a paleontologist versus like the number of openings has to be like 100,000 to 1 or something, right? How many paleontologists are there in the world? I've literally never met one. I've seen them on TV. They're heavily overrepresented on TV, but I've never met one. There's 10,000? That's like nothing, man! I think there might be more streamers than that, which is I was gonna say it's like an indictment of our culture, but I don't think it's that serious, man. People like entertainment more than we need to learn about dinosaurs. We could just make that shit up. Yeah, what if we found all the dinosaur bones, man? I thought it was NLslop, but it's NLslop. Clover Pit devs, I called you Clover Pete. That would be interesting if that was your name. It'd be nominative determinists always saying some shit like, oh yeah, then how do you explain Rip Van Winkle? Go, Grendor, break! We hit the combo is what I'm trying to say. Regardless, slop is not a bad thing anymore. Slop is just a word you use to indicate that something is part of a genre. It's basically, slop is a roguelike item. If you append it to the end of a word, it makes the previous word a genre. Tropes are shared between multiple things that have the word before the slop. What's interesting about Clover Pit is it's a combination Chib Slop and NLslop. Hey NL, are you going to King Yo's anniversary for that special menu? I don't get out to the West End all that often, but King Yo? Wait, well, one second here. Hang on. Where is this? King Yo, it's the one just under my camera. That's a great restaurant. If you're down Robson Denman area, highly recommend that you go to King Yo. Great place. Can you believe we had it loaded up? It's not an ad. It's what I use as my test image, bro. What the hell is this? I'm operating on levels you wouldn't understand, quite frankly. Rolling Stones, I gotta say, they're looking pretty good in the having one good song in their entire catalog collection. I mean, it might only be one song, which is like the smallest amount of songs you could have that are good without being zero. But when the songs Gimme Shelter, I mean, that's a classic, man. They got like 3. That's true, they do have like 3 because Exile on Main Street's a pretty good album. Not quite as good as Exile in Guyville, but pretty good. I fell for the rage bait. It's not rage bait, I do not like the Rolling Stones. But Gimme Shelter is a great song. Guy who listens to Bob Dylan live albums but hates the Rolling Stones is a new type of guy. No, it's just a guy with a soul. Also, I don't listen to Bob Dylan live albums. I listen to Bob Dylan live album. Rolling Thunder Review, Bootleg Series Volume 5. That's the only one. The rest of them, I mean, I've been to a Bob Dylan concert. You're not missing anything by not watching the live shows. Oh, okay, Hard Rain is pretty good. Hard Rain's pretty good too. But listen, all I'm saying is fuck you. AC/DC versus the Rolling Stones. Who do you pick? I pick the Rolling Stones. I get the idea that, and this is not even an anti-AC/DC bit. I think that even AC/DC fans would be like, that's right. I think the Rolling Stones at multiple times throughout their careers have been trying to make art, which I find a respectable ambition. AC/DC was just out there making songs, which is fine. They're making songs to drink to, songs to watch sports to, and there's a place for that, but it's not in my stereo. Let's put it that way. They were just rocking Chiblee. Chiblee, they were just rock and roll. Chiblee, they're the penultimate rockers. There's been one rocker since. It's me, Rocker Chump. AC/DC versus Kiss. Ah, man, that's crazy. Cause like, I mean, Kiss. Their whole existence is like reprehensible. And I think Gene Simmons might actually be the devil. It's fun. If you thought Gene Simmons was the devil in like 1978, you might have been stupid. But if you think he's the devil now, you might just like you might be smart. Yeah, he's the devil, but like not in a cool way. Not because his tongue is long and he painted his face, but just like the way he talks and acts. But that being said, I don't know, man. I think I got more Kiss songs on the Peloton playlist than AC/DC songs. When zero's more than zero. No, I do. I have Detroit Rock City on the Peloton playlist, but every time it comes on shuffle, I go, why the fuck is this on the playlist? I shouldn't have put that on there. I don't know. It's not a horrible song, but every time it comes on, I'm like, I should just skip this. I mean, what am I? I do like Lick It Up. I thought I was on one when we were talking about how it's amazing that artists can remember all the words to their songs. Lick it up, oh, that's tough, man. You know what's funny? So we're trying to get our daughter to get a job. She's like turning 5 really soon. The time is right. She says she wants to be a worm farmer when she grows up. I say there's not a whole lot of money in that. So what are you gonna do for money? She hit me with an alt. She said, I'll go to the ATM. Truth nuke. Chase bank glitch. Why worm farm? I don't know. She likes worms, I guess. Her dream is to open a worm farm. And there's going to be 3 exhibits. There's going to be a worm exhibit. She's going to work the worm exhibit. And then there's going to be a cat exhibit. And Kate is going to work the cat exhibit. And then there's going to be a roly-poly exhibit. And I'll be working the roly-polies. I don't really care about roly-polies, but I mean, it's nice to be involved in the family business, I suppose. You kind of got robbed on that one. Cat exhibit would be my preference if I had the choice. Yeah, for sure. But 15% interest, but you got to do a little dance anytime you take out money. You talking about this one? When my pancakes arrive? Remember that one? Remember that one? Gen Z boss and a mini. Fake tan hands and a hoop. Fake tan hands and a hoop. Fuck, you forgot about that. You forgot about that one. It is a lot like the Koopa dance. That classic TikTok when it's like POV, you're a Koopa on trial for murder, and then both the judge and the Koopa go like, that one's really good. That one, how did you have that so fast? That's crazy. How could you possibly know that I was gonna reference that at any point? That's insane. You got them both. You got them both immediately. Whatever happened to people crossing their fingers behind their back to absolve them for lying? Oh yeah, people don't do that anymore. Yeah, people stopped doing that. It stopped working. That's so weird. Grade school ass bit. I just got a new Frank Green and a sneaky link. I think I forgot again. So I learned what a devious lick was a long time ago. That's when you steal the paper towel dispenser from your school's bathroom. But what the hell is a sneaky link? I forgot about it. Is that how you get fished? It was when you click on a... Oh, that would be a Seuss link. It's an affair? I thought it would be like... wasn't one of them like a press release or something? A sneaky link is like a press... Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought a devious lick is a guitar thing. No, a devious lick is when you steal something funny, like the soap dispenser from your high school bathroom. Why is crime funny? Because it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Why is anything funny? Because it makes me laugh. The only thing that makes me laugh more than the soap dispenser getting stolen is when people make a video that's like, there's an epidemic of soap dispensers being stolen. This is crazy, guys. This isn't funny. It's actually really funny. That doesn't mean they should be doing it, to be clear. But, like, let's not lie and say it's not funny. It's funny as fuck. That's why they're doing it. Have you ever seen the video of them stealing the paper towel dispensers? They're laughing their ass off. What do you mean it's not funny? The proof's in the pudding. Increase all symbols by their base value for every pattern triggered after the second one. Resets at the end of every round. Okay, golden bells is exactly what we want, man. Please stop typing cute like that. We don't spell it C-Y-U-T, okay? Crazy comment. Very funny comment. Yes, we spell it K-A-W-A-I-I. Or is that the one that means cute, or is that the one that means scary? It's funny when languages have stuff like that that'll like trip you up. I'm sure I told you the story many times of when I went to the kimbap Cheonguk in South Korea. Guy who lived in South Korea for a year. When I went to the kimbap Cheonguk in South Korea, and I ordered jamchi kimbap, duge juseyo, and then they all started laughing at me, which is like my worst nightmare. And then it turns out that chamchi is tuna, and jamchi is slang for pussy. So I walked into the store and said, 2 pussy rolls, please. Can I get two rolls of pussy to go? And then they all went, ha 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 ha. I was just standing there, probably like, my face getting like red as fuck. And like, this is my worst nightmare. Adam Sandler was right, they're all gonna laugh at me. Funniest thing though, I used to go to the kimbap restaurant, and it's like they're basically like, it's a to-go place, or it's for taxi drivers to eat in like 2 minutes in between fares. I would go there and place my order, and then I would pick up the Korean newspaper and like pretend to read it. Like everybody in the restaurant was gonna be like, damn! I thought it was just another white guy, but he picked up the fucking Chosun Ilbo and he flipped like 7 pages in and started going, oh, at least he was like nodding and shit while he read that. Oh, man. What? Are you joking? I have a good run. I've been timed out for the past 4 hours. How's this going? Yeti, you were not timed out here. Don't steal valor. You were timed out for a week in the Discord, but that wasn't me. I like every day I go to the moderator log channel, and you were what they timed you out in here too? Wait, dude was being annoying? Oh my god, Yeti. You got timed out by like the Discord mods, but then you also got timed out independently by Magresta? Magresta, did you know that Yeti also got timed out of the Discord for a week? I did not know that. You got vouch timed out. That's Yeti, we gotta figure out what's going on. I wanted to time you out for your prosaic takes about the works of Bob Dylan, but I didn't, because I defend to the death your right to say it, because you're a gentleman and a scholar. I thought for sure it would be like talking about Fischl or whatever. Yeti, stop adding me. I don't have a beef with you. The mods have a beef with you. You got me confused with the mods. I don't have a problem with you. Stop adding me. I'm glad you're doing well in Clover Pit. I'm glad you're doing well. It doesn't have anything to do with me though. Fuck you. Not you, Yeti. You're chill. If I was mad at you for anything, it wouldn't even be that you got 1 billion in Clover Pit. It would be that I disagree with your take on the relative song rankings on Blood on the Tracks, but we already covered that. We worked it out on the remix. Did you just discover gambling? Well, I've recently decided to pursue the hobby of gambling. I was wondering if you had any tips for somebody who's looking to get into it. Rub your belly before each roll? Fuck. Maybe I am addicted to pulling the lever here, because I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it, man. If it helps, I'll do it. It couldn't help, but here's the thing, it couldn't hurt. So if it couldn't hurt, then all it could do is help. I can't imagine a Chinese person gambling. This is gonna blow your mind, but you should like go into a casino one time. They literally gamble on rocks hoping they're gonna have minerals inside of it. Bro, you literally just described the entire mining industry. That is not gambling. That's like 8% of the Canadian economy. I guess it literally, yeah, it kind of, I mean, there's risk involved, let's put it that way. They're talking about jade. I think I should be the first white guy to wear a jade bangle. I think wearing a jade bangle would go kind of crazy. How, like 8 people said jade would go well with this jacket. That you're actually gonna make me buy, you're gonna make me buy a jade circlet. Exactly, I'm gonna put it like right there. Oh man. You can skip the animation if you want. Oh, guy who wins the lottery so much he doesn't even like to see the treasure chest pop up in the BCLC app anymore. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Free ticket! I'm actually more excited to get a free ticket than to win the lottery. Because if I win a free ticket, I could win the next lottery, which is going to have an even higher jackpot. If you're going to win the lottery, try to win it when the jackpot's big instead of when it's not as big. You know what I was thinking? It's crazy Luke Skywalker still got pussy after he lost so much aura in the trash compactor on the Death Star, like in the 3rd act of A New Hope. Like he was literally crashing out over the comms. C-3PO, stop the reactor! We're all gonna get crushed to death! Literally like a Han Solo and Princess Leia are at least trying to like jam like a steel bar to stop the walls from closing in. He's just going, C-3PO, stop the reactor! He didn't get any pussy? Obviously he did. Isn't Rey his daughter or something? I don't know. I'm not really fucking with the 3rd movie. No? I think I should have my kid watch Star Wars Episode 1. It just feels like bad vibes to have her be R2-D2 for Halloween without having seen any of the movies. She's watching the funny Lego Star Wars stuff, and like that's pretty good, but I think she's got to get exposed to like the primary source, man. She's a fake fan right now, but she loves R2-D2. I never got my pussy ate, but I can imagine what it feels like. You know what's funny though? It does. Listen, I'm not saying it doesn't feel good. Obviously, the proof's in the pudding. But it doesn't look like it would feel good. It kind of looks like you're not doing anything. But I guess it's like believing in God. You just got to have faith that it works. And, you know, there's evidence there if you look for it. I'm not saying it doesn't feel good. What I'm saying is if you saw it being done, your first thought would not be like, wow, that looks like it feels amazing. Your first thought would probably be like, what are you doing? I wouldn't have thought of that one. It's not self-reporting. You're grasping at straws. I told you. Obviously, it feels good because people are doing it. What I'm saying is, on base principles, just observing it, it doesn't look like it accomplishes its desired effect, like until you see the reaction from it, is what I'm saying to you. I'm not going to show you my technique because I didn't tongue scrape this morning. I'm a supporter of Junior Soprano. I'm a Junior Soprano supporter. Except he should not have hit his mistress for telling people that he ate pussy. He went way too far on that one. Also, I don't really understand why he was embarrassed about it in the first place, but it was the 90s. Things were different back then. It seems crazy that back then, not all, but some 45-year-old guys thought that eating pussy made you gay. That doesn't make sense. Unless you're like, I don't know, it gets confused. Because what I was gonna say is, what if you're eating the dude's pussy? But honestly, I don't think I'm qualified to even get into the discourse there, because I don't know if that's straight, gay, pan, poly, bi. I don't know what's going on there. But How could, I sort of don't understand how eating pussy could possibly make you gay. Please change the subject. Why? Explain to me why you can't. Explain to me why you're uncomfortable with the conversation. 1 second. I'm alt tabbing. I'm putting your name up on the big screen. Because I'm asexual. What does that have to do with me? It crashed my PC. Skill difference. You need a 5090 to handle this conversation. Guy who eats pussy with his fingers. Yeah, that's. If you eat pussy with your fingers, you might be a redneck. I hate this conversation. You might mentally be like 11 years old, just for the record. This is nothing, man. All right, now I could picture a dude's head exploding. I could picture a dude's legs being run over by like a big truck, like a school bus running over a dude's legs, and the guy's going, "Ow!" He's going, "Oh!" If I was talking about that, I could see you being like, "Stop putting that image in my head." But talking about talking about eating pussy, we're not even talking about it. We're just saying the word eating pussy or the phrase eating pussy. We're not going into like evocative imagery. What's your problem? Also, you're right, there is a double standard. Whenever we do Mario Party, hey, you ever jerk off your dick until you shoot cum out? People are like, chat is like, so true, that feels awesome, I do it too. If you ever say the word pussy, people are like, I'm uncomfortable with that word. Fucking grow up, you double standardist. You know, you remind me of Steve Carell in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I respect women. I'm not like you. I respect women. I respect them so much, I stay completely away from them. You're making me sick. You're talking about the like bags of sand, man. You think you'd be good at sucking dick? God is my witness. I feel like it's really hard to be bad at it. Now, obviously, there are some that are worse than others, but like bad at it seems like it's like being bad at breathing or bad at walking. Like I trip a lot, but I keep on moving. I think every dude would be great at sucking dick because you just know how it works. And I'm sure it probably goes the other way as well. Completely false? I mean, maybe it's... I can't imagine, like, being bad at... Like, because it just goes up and down. Again, like, I've made the analogy before, but it really feels like getting into an elevator and being like, I don't know how this works. Well, like, you're going up or you're going down. If you're in the lobby, you're going up. And if you're in the penthouse, you're going down. It's not that hard. And then you just kind of, you know, start hitting the other buttons now and then, just once you got that part mastered, and then you're good to go, man. It's not that simple. I'm pretty sure it's that simple, man. I don't know what to tell you. Remind me to never get head from NL? So I'm not replying to that. That's a funny sentence. Anything I could say to reply to that is going to get me banned, for sure. Anything I could reply to that with is TOS. Willem Dafoe's name kind of sounds like a frog and a parrot going bar for bar. Okay, let me think about this. Who's saying... I think it's a funny sentence. I'm willing to sign off on it. Which one's the parrot and which one's the frog? Because a frog could go, Willem. But a frog could also go, Dafoe. No, I think the frog's going Willem. And then Dafoe is the parrot. Dafoe! Dafoe! Willem. Dafoe! That's a stolen joke from How I Met Your Mother. I mean, I would love the virtue signal and be like, that explains why it's not funny. But actually, A, I laughed, and B, How I Met Your Mother was, I mean, in the era of the 3-camera sitcom, it was alright for a while. If you were watching it nowadays, like, it's a little sus, but back in the day, it was alright. Our standards were honestly, like, a lot lower back then. Thoughts on Modern Family? Kind of the same situation. Like when watching comedies on TV but not on HBO was still like a thing. Modern Family was pretty good for a bit. They Flanderized, this is like your granddad in the old folks home when you start saying like, I don't know if he's all right. They Flanderized Manny though. They Flanderized Manny. He used to be a fully fledged character in the show when he was like 9, but by the time he got to be 14, he was fully Flanderized. They Flanderized Manny. Sitcom tier list? The problem is you literally don't want me to do a sitcom tier list because my sitcom tier list has Seinfeld at the top and we all have to pretend that Seinfeld's not funny. When it's actually, like, it's really funny. Malcolm in the Middle clears? No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't clear. Malcolm in the Middle is good, but like, it does not clear. You know why? Because there's like 80% of Seinfeld episodes aren't dealing with like the trappings of middle school day-to-day life, man. It's a show like for adults. It's because like half of every Seinfeld episode doesn't take place on like a middle school playground. That's behind the scenes after Jerry finishes filming. Hi, she was in high school. I don't want to get sued. She was in high school. I think she was a high school senior he was dating, but Seinfeld's just is more evergreen, man. It's just more evergreen. I respect you, but Seinfeld is 40 years old. Yeah. What does that have to do with whether or not it's good or bad? I mean, Oxygen is like, I don't even know. It's as old as like the fucking universe is. Maybe even older, if you believe in the Big Crunch and the Big Bang. The cyclical universe hypothesis, and like it's one of the GOAT gases to breathe in, for sure. I think you're the last living generation that will find Seinfeld funny. Okay. And like, the same shit is gonna be true for your generation with SpongeBob SquarePants. We're all gonna fucking die, bro. What are you talking about? Are you, come on, nephew. You're not of the opinion that all the other generations are the ones that time's gonna forget, but your generation is the one that's gonna be edified? I don't, oh no. Oh, nephew has not figured out what it means to be a human being yet. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Your family gives a fuck about you. Your friends give a fuck about you. Nobody else cares. Including the people that are in your generational cohort, nobody cares. But especially, nobody cares that is outside. Like, people that are alive right now that are 20 don't give a fuck about old people, okay? And they don't give a fuck about the babies that are born 20 years after them. And then they, somehow in their head, they're like, it's different for me. People in 21, 17 are definitely gonna be fucking with the type of shit that I was doing. No, bro, they're gonna be laughing at you for like wearing some fucked up pantaloons or something like that. They don't care. They're gonna be doing their own shit. You're gonna become part of upstream color. You're gonna be another drop in the river, just like me. We're gonna flow downstream. We're gonna have, you know, been affected by the world and left an effect on the world, but the effect is gonna become completely nebulous and divorced from our individual personalities. It's just gonna be sort of, it's gonna wash over them. They're gonna read about it in a book, on a tablet probably, and it's gonna be like 3 pages of what the mid-2000s were like. And they're gonna be like, yeah, boring, I think I got it. So, like, and this is what offends me the most, is that millennials and Zoomers are in adjacent generations. We should be friends, but instead you're trying to say, like, as a 28-year-old, you're like, well, only 36-year-olds like that show. For the rest of eternity, we're gonna be mentioned in the same breath, if anybody's fucking with us and talking about us at all. So why are you drawing a dividing line between people born in 1988 and people born in like 1994? It's the same shit. For the remainder of human existence in the universe, it's going to be exactly the same. Like, we don't give a, if I said, what was this person born in 1907? And then you said, actually, it's 1875. Everyone would say, pretty close, same shit, okay? And that's like 130 years ago or some shit like that. Wait until we get 500 years after that. You could be off by like 3 centuries on when a famous person lived, and people were like, yeah, you were in the ballpark. And you think there's going to be a difference between fucking 88, 94, 96, 79? Shut the fuck up and put the Seinfeld in the bag, okay? Curb clears. Early Curb is better, but it... And I respect Larry David. I think he earned the right to do whatever he wanted, but it went on too long. Seinfeld also went on too long, but the later Seinfeld seasons, you could still feel a little bit of heat coming off of it. The later Curb seasons, it was more like... he loves the craft. That's I'm not. You're never gonna find me hating Larry David. But I don't know if he lost his fastball. The show lost its fastball a little bit. The only issue with Seinfeld is that Jerry's evil. That's why I'm so sus of Kesha, man. Why did Kesha want a hug from Jerry Seinfeld? Doesn't she know? Doesn't Kesha know Jerry Seinfeld is Jerry Seinfeld, he's a little sus, man. Kesha, what are you doing trying to get a hug from Jerry Seinfeld? She don't got internet. Kesha was like, where's my hug guy? She was. Seinfeld stand-up is pure ass, though. Oh, the Seinfeld stand-up is hilarious. in the sense that you're like, what is this dude doing playing a stadium? And the fact that he has a movie about the craft of comedy and then a whole show having coffee and talking about the craft of comedy is really funny. And I hate that I actually really like comedians in cars getting coffee, but I do find it a very interesting show. I would not get crackle for it, but I do think it's a very, I mean, when funny people are talking, I like to laugh, but his stand-up is not good. Or let me put it this way. I wasn't 40 in 1987, so I don't know how it hit back then, but it certainly does not hit at all in a contemporary context. Jacket and polo is wild. What happened to our society that when people see a button-up shirt, they automatically assume it's a polo? This ain't a polo, little bro. It's a button-up. Top button done up at home is crazy. First thing you gotta know about me, it's actually like, there's no reason for you to ever know this about me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I don't really understand when people say things like, you know, like the older generation will come home and take their tie off and be like, I don't like to wear this thing. This thing's like a noose to me. They're always saying some stuff like that. Or the type of people who are like, if I worked from home, I'd never wear jeans. Like, I don't get it, man. Jeans are comfortable. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry to do this, and people will hate me for saying it. If your jeans aren't comfortable, I think you might need to go up a size. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one thing you gotta know about me if you're watching my stream. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. That's ridiculous. Are they as comfortable as like track pants? No, track pants are more comfortable, but I really only think they're like a little bit more comfortable. I've never really been wearing jeans and be like, man, I can't wait to get these off. Like they just feel normal. I don't know what to tell you. Why would I not pick the comfier option? Well, I don't know, because I don't want to end up on like people at Walmart, I guess. It's kind of like a buff, like, I'll be honest, if I wasn't looking this good, I don't think the stream would be as good today. And it's not because I think people are at home whacking it. Maybe like a couple of freaks, but like there's nothing I could do about that. So I'm not going to live my life based on like trying to stop chronic masturbators from jerking off to my visage. Like if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. They'll probably do it more if I started dressing like a slob. But you look good, you feel good, you stream good. It's that simple. It raises your self-esteem. Your stream's better. All weekend you're reading comments. That stream was really good. You come back with that shit on Monday and you have an even better stream, man. It's that simple. Can we get an outfit of the day? You know what's crazy? I'm not putting the whole system on trial. It's just as an observer of human behavior, it's kind of interesting to me. As kind of a scholar of human behavior, I guess. Last year, first time I ever wore this outfit. Number one comment, what the hell is he wearing? Wore it for 3 months. He's still got this on. He's still trying to be a cowboy, huh? This year, number one comment, hooray, it's back. Wow, NL, looking good today. Great fit. You know what it proves? 99%, maybe 99.999% of human beings are sheep. They don't evaluate things on their own merits. They only evaluate how close it cues to what they're used to the familiar. Which is why in Scrandle, if something says hot dog and it looks good, but the bun's too small or the wiener's too big, some might say that's the same problem. It depends whether you're going to blame the bun or the wiener, but I don't want to bring it back to Curb Your Enthusiasm. They don't go, this food looks good. They go, oh, that doesn't look like my idea of a hot dog in my head. That's 30% away from what my ideal hot dog is. I'm going to yuck it. Even though the other thing is like cup of piss. They're like, yeah, that looks like a cup of piss. Yep, vote for that, vote for that. The hot dog would probably be tastier, but this bun is too small. The cup of piss isn't trying to be anything else except a pint of piss. So you're not saying the fit looks good, so I'm not taking a compliment. What you're saying is, you look like you looked last year, and that makes me feel like you've got a good fit on right now. And last year, you were like, the fit was the same, and the man was the same, but you're like, this is the first time I've ever seen this fit. This doesn't look like a streamer's hoodie. What are you trying to do with your outfit? Changes aren't permanent, but change is, man. You gotta, yeah, Geddy Lee. You ever go swimming and then you go take a piss and when you pull your swim trunks down, your cock looks like Geddy Lee? If you shave your pubes, don't answer. If you don't shave your pubes, you know what I'm talking about though. He's still doing this bit. I'm sorry, I don't know. Anytime I go swimming and then I pull down my swim trunks to piss, I'm like, you know, I'm salesman. Why don't you shave though? There's always something to do, you know. There's too much shit to do. Like I'm not gonna make a case for shaving or not shaving. All I'm gonna say is like, it's a pain in the ass, and there's always something to be done. Try pitching that one to your wife. Oh, why didn't I pick up the shit I was supposed to pick up at the grocery store? Sorry, I spent 40 minutes shaving my pubes. You know, even if in your head you're like, it benefits her too. There's shit on the to-do list that has to get done, man. So it falls pretty low down the priority queue is all I'm trying to say. 40 minutes? I'm not gonna spin, a lesser man would spin you something like, yeah, when you're working with the kind of equipment I got, 40 minutes is kind of like, that's me putting a rush on it. But no, it's actually because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to fucking, because it's nooks and crannies, man. I don't want to fucking, sling. I mean, the dick is just, above the dick is like 80% of the hair, 2% of the work. Because you just go, zzz, it's done. But then like, the balls are annoying, and then the other part, and we've done this a lot before, where do you stop on your legs so it doesn't look like you're wearing flesh-colored shorts or like thigh-high hair socks? And what the fuck is going on when you're reaching down between the taint area, like under your balls before your ass, and you're trying to figure out how much of this am I gonna do? I can't see what's going on down here. I don't want my shit to look like a bassist from a metal band where it's just like totally bald, but then like a really long curly goatee or something like that. So I gotta do something up there. I gotta do something. This is why you trim with an automatic trimmer. Oh wow, why didn't I think of that? Oh wait, I did every time I've ever shaved my balls ever because it's not 1906. It's still harder than you're letting on, man. Use estrogen? No, because if I use estrogen, I gotta start shaving my legs. We did this joke during Night Rain and it fucking killed, so I appreciate the opportunity to bring it back. And I don't even think you knew that you were walking into it because that one was preloaded. That one was in the cache because after the stream yesterday, I was like, that was fucking good. That was a fucking good one. That was quick. I'm on TRT and the tiny balls just make the wrinkles harder to conquer. I never even thought about that. That sounds real as fuck, man. I guess if anything, bigger balls would be easier to shave. There's marginally more surface area, but they're tighter to the, like there's less wrinkles. They're tighter to, big balls are OP, man. I never should have gotten that Hydra seal removed. It's crazy you say you like this so much, even though you admit you never know what's going on. You know what it is? It's just fun. Like it's that simple. And like video games, and I don't know, there was a time where it wasn't like this. I don't know how long it's been like this, but these days it's like if you don't have fun with a game, it's your fault, apparently. And the developers who, listen, it's not, let me be clear. It's not the developer's fault. It's the game director's fault. And then also the people that are funding the game, which is like usually a public corporation, like Electronic Arts or something like that. The developers are just doing their craft as for whoever will allow them to sing for their supper, which is fine. Like, is it the UI developer's fault that the NHL games kind of stink? No, man. It's because Mr. EA won't give them enough money to fucking make a good one. So they just keep remaking NHL 09 over and over, which was good in 08, but it's been 17 years. That being said, the average discourse on this website is like, I didn't really like 6 out of 10 AAA game. Oh, dude crashed out after the tutorial because he didn't even read the guide, where if you use ice against fire enemies, it does 10 times more damage and gives you 3% faster drops, which allows you to start the flywheel of your economy so you can become self-sustaining, and then that allows you to, he doesn't even watch the video essay to understand the Clover Pit is literally donk, donk, whoa! That's what gaming is supposed to be. Sorry. That's what gaming's supposed to be. Gaming is supposed to be, I'm sitting in front of my computer, I press a button, and it makes me smile. Sorry, it's that simple. But when Massive Bonk does it, it's Reddit. Okay, the game isn't called Massive Bonk, it's called Mega Bonk. Chiblee is not good. The game's not good. It's great. Chiblee, the game rocks! The game is certified by Rock and Roll Trump Chiblee. Rock and Roll Trump loves Clover Pit. The Clover Pit devs are not happy with this right now. It's Rocker Trump's favorite game of the year, Chiblee. It freaking rocks. Doot, 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 doot. Put it on the Steam page. This game has been certified rock and roll by real American rockers. Enjoying the game? Grab your mouse. You'll love this next part. Rocker Trump. It's a Chiblee bit, just so you know, it's a Chiblee bit. See, I feel like you liked Rock and Roll Trump when you were doing it, but then when you see it done, it's even better. I had the exact thing in the opposite order, which is that you doing Rocker Trump, I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then me doing it, I lost all confidence in it because my chat is like, please stop doing Rocker Trump. But it's so good. See, they're saying it's bad, but it's how can it be bad if we both think it's good? I don't know, it's just good, man. It's just good. It's not over. We just need a big roll. I can see how gamblers get in trouble. Like, I said that like so earnestly. So God invented the Gen Z stare. Kate was telling me about the Gen Z stare. I thought it was like, I thought it was made up, but apparently it's like a real thing. It's like millennials and boomers, when you talk to them, they'll halfway through your sentence, they'll nod and go like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I get it. And like keep trying to indicate that like they're engaged. But Gen Z just kind of tanks it and like looks at you until you finish talking. I wonder where it came from. I'm not saying one's any better than the other. It doesn't really matter, but could be because of, you know what? Great hypothesis. Could be because of Zoom. Because like acknowledging verbally that you're hearing someone IRL, it just is like automatic. But on Zoom, if you do it, it gets transmitted like a second late. So then that person then verbally confirms that they heard your confirmation. And it just disrupts the whole call. Because you go, yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Then they have to go like, oh, that's good. Like it just slows it down. Yeah, maybe there's something, you might have hit the nail on the motherfucking head, man. I'm not gonna read that, but I'm not gonna read it out loud, but that's insane. Wide Alan Wake, that's an insane message. That might be my Joker moment if that happened to me IRL. Publishers on Reddit telling people to play their game after experiencing a tragedy. Yeah, dude, we should... Oh, you saw someone get in a car accident today? You should play Clover Pit. Is that supposed to help? No, bro, but it's fucking gas. Pull the fucking lever, bro. Pull the lever. Get in. Get in. We're playing Clover Pit. Hop in, bro. The water's fine. The devs are not happy. First, the game getting the endorsement of Rocker Trump, and then saying Clover Pit is the best game to play after watching someone get hit by a car. The devs are not happy. Couldn't you have just said it's the roguelike of the year or something? Couldn't you have just said it's my favorite roguelike in a long time? I can't remember the last time I had this much fun playing a roguelike. Hey Baldy, is Jamar Chase good? If you're doing a fantasy trade, you have to account for the fact Jamar Chase was oftentimes, he has like an average draft position of like 1.8 or something like that. So he's wide receiver 1 off the board, but the Bengals don't have anybody throwing the ball right now. So you have to, I don't know whether you're trading for him or you're trading him, but you gotta work that into the equation for sure. But what do I know? I started 3 Cardinals and a Seahawk last night, but actually it didn't go that bad. Trying to decide if I should play him or bench him for Scatterbo. I mean, listen, it's only week 4. You got wide receiver 1 in the draft. You got to start Chase. You can't be benching Chase to put out like a rookie Giants running back. You could find somebody else to move to put Scatterbo out there if you need to, but he's got Jake Browning throwing to him. That's the problem, man. Scatterbo isn't even that good. Yeah, but he's fun to watch, that's important in fantasy. Also, every time I see him run the ball, I'm like, this dude is definitely going to get like a broken neck He runs into every single tackle with his head like fully down. Like it's, I don't think he's running like the juggernaut, man. I think he's in trouble. Thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr.'s mental? He's looking up ever since I got him on my team. Also, thank God he caught that touchdown pass last night. Otherwise, I think he might have retired. Damn, that's pretty good. Twinkle, twinkle, little star? Bro was like 1 for 8 with 5 yards or something. I was crashing out, but all it takes is one good pass, man. All it takes is one good pass. Who you starting in the flex spot? Brees, Devonta Smith, or Chris Olave? All right, bro, you got to start. I mean, I know he's on the Jets, but like, you got to start Brees Hall. Especially with QB2 running the game right now. You know they're going to be handing it off to Brees like crazy. I can't believe you got... What kind of running backs you got? You got Brees in the flex spot, man. Olave gets so many targets. Maybe I should start him. I've had him on the bench for 3 weeks. And the reason he's on the bench is because he plays for the Saints, but he leads the league in targets. Holy cow, man. I traded St. Brown for Olave, Pickens, and Bowers. Don't know how to feel yet. That's crazy. That's a wild trade, okay? I mean, Bowers, he could be a top 5 TE potentially. I know he's kind of been underperforming a little bit, right? But still, I think the upside potential on that's pretty good, man. I mean, St. Brown been playing great so far, don't get me wrong. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, he's questionable. Questionable is just, they only put people on questionable to troll fantasy owners into not starting them, and then literally they're like, oh, he's never been healthier. He's going to catch like 4 TDs. Bank it, bank it. That being said, I did predict that Kyler Wren was going to throw 4 last night and rush for another one, so you might not want to trust me on that one. Kylo Ren? Yeah, Kyler Wren. That's what I call him, Kyler Wren. Although most of the time he's trying to be Kyler Run, man. Little bro really thinks he's Lamar. I'm still beefing with you, Ryuka. You know why I'm beefing with you? Because I picked you up yesterday and you had poop on your butt. So I got poop on my hand and then I washed my hand and then I smelled it. And I could, even though I was scrubbed it clean, I could still smell a little bit of the poop. So I was like Lady Macbeth over the damn sink for like 10 minutes trying to scrub off every atom of poop that was not even visible to the naked eye, okay? I don't even want to think about what you were rubbing your butt. Why are you scratching my garbage can, bro? Stop scratching my garbage can. What do we need? 5.3 million. We're at 1.7. 20x mult, though. 20x mult, 7 spins left. How does that not make a pattern, bro? That's like a real slot machine. Oh my god. We're done. There's no hope. You're just literally wasting my time now. Oh, never mind. We got a coin. We're so back. Is this last round already? Well, like we're in endless, actually. We already unlocked the drawer on this run, but fuck you! Now you're chill, you're chill. What a great game. Dude, honestly, 5 hours of Clover Pit whipped by. I had a great time. Would recommend the game unreservedly. None of this wishy-washy. If you're a fan of the genre, if you previously played Luck Be a Landlord type pussy wording, we're going direct. Worth playing. Rent, buy, or steal, you gotta steal this for sure, at all costs. And then buy 2 copies to support the devs so someone else can steal it. It's that simple. You think you'll play more? Nah, I'm over it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Definitely gonna play more. They're gonna kill me. Guaranteed jackpot was 1 reroll. By the onk! I didn't have the space to buy the onk! The onk would have kept me alive! Oh! Anyway, that was good. The onk. All right, great stream. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'm saying it in Rocker Trump cadence. Have a good weekend. Ghibli, have a great weekend. Rock and roll this weekend, Ghibli. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Journey's playing the River Rock Casino, Ghibli. You'll see me in the front row. Rocking out, Ghibli. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to my wife's stream, and I'll see you on Monday. Enjoy yourselves this weekend. Clover Pit, great game. Play some Clover Pit. Good night, y'all. I bait. I bait. My cum dripping down the drain. Everybody's gooning. Everybody's gooning. Please just let me masturbate in the bathroom. Come on the floor. I gotta get it. Is it more than it bargained for? Yeah. Oh, I've been trying to flush you 20 times. Futility, and that's just a bowl full of my pee swirling around. Water up to the ceiling. Dropped a turd in your toilet, and you're just a piss in a. I gotta think about. It's going down in a porcelain round, and sugar, it's flushing my poopy. I'll be your number 2 with the toilet. A big old bowel movement, shit it and flush it.